Hey everyone, I'm often asked what are keywords and how to use them. And keywords, there's something that can really make or they can really break your campaign. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use them for your digital marketing advantage. And whether you're using them for SEO, Google ads, YouTube ads, or digital marketing in general, I'm going to walk you through some of the most important things that you need to know. Hey everybody, I'm Richard Cruz, the founder of WSI Priority Media. The purpose of every video I do is to help you with your Google ads, your YouTube ads, or to help your business to thrive. Your keywords, they serve as the link, that special, that important link between what people are searching for online and your product and your service. It is an absolute important piece of your overall marketing that you want to make sure that you're paying very close attention to. Honestly, I think it's on the foundation of all your digital marketing because it is used in every single type of search-based inquiry. So make sure that everything that you do online is optimized with the same keywords that are embedded across all the channels, from your Google My Business listing to your SEO, your Google ads, your blog, your YouTube channel, and even your Yelp listing. This is how you use keywords everywhere across all your online channels. And if you don't have a spreadsheet to keep a file of all of your core keywords at all time, then you need to make sure that you have that. If it hasn't been updated in a while, then make sure that you create one. Get that list updated with the current keywords and what's happening today. Something that was a year and a half ago is not current anymore today. Search has changed completely, especially now with the advent of Alexa, for example, and those voice-activated devices. They're giving searches with keywords that are being developed. There's something like 15,000 new keywords that are coming on every single month. And it's something like they'll say, like, hey, Alexa, show me or give me this. I mean, it's just a different wording altogether than what you would type into your keywords. So you want to make sure that you're finding out what those are so that you can be applying them to your campaigns. And I'm going to be showing you my two favorite tools that I use for keyword research in just a moment. For SEO, I use a program called Mangles or mangles.com. And there's no affiliate link or nothing. They don't pay me. I like it. It's simple, it's fast, and it gives me the data that I need for that. When I'm doing Google ads, I don't care for third-party software. There's tons of third-party apps out there that tell you that they'll do keyword research for you. But look, honestly, it's better just to go right to the source and use Google Ads keyword research tool. Every third-party keyword research tool out there gets their data from Google. So why pay them to give you third-party data when you can go right to the source and you can find it yourself if you know how? So let me show you, and I'll walk you through these tools are and how they work. So Mangles, when I'm doing any kind of a SEO campaign, I love this because just so fast, so easy to work with. So let's just say that I am doing personal injury attorney, just because I know that that is a space that there is super high profit, super high competition, and people pay a tremendous amount of money for every click there. And so if I'm starting an SEO campaign, what I love about it is that I can put in the primary keyword and it's going to start searching different variations here. And what you want to do is when you're looking for keyword research, you want to see, hey, how often are they searched? How frequent is, like, for example, personal injury attorney, you can tell that they are consistently searched across the board. But in Los Angeles County, that is not searched as often as personal injury law, for example. Now, personal injury law is not, in my opinion, as good as personal injury. Let's go down here, for example, say personal injury, like Los Angeles injury lawyer, right? That is somebody looking for a lawyer versus, say, for example, personal injury lawsuit. This is maybe somebody that could be looking for research. They're doing a research topic and doing that. So you want to always be paying attention to your keywords. Which ones are really your higher value keywords? And then you can search over here by the search volumes and how much they are. And then you can look, here kind of what the value of those are. and start weighing out all of this. And then it gives you a nice little, what's called a keyword density tool. And it gives you kind of competition, how competitive it is. And that's a super, super important part of doing your overall research. You can also look up certain websites and you can pull up keywords, but start finding what are your core keywords. Like, for example, car accident lawyers, Los Angeles. Very, very, solid, consistently 1,100 searches a month. Very expensive, also, very, very competitive as well, too. So as you draw yours up, your list will start telling you, and you'll have your core keywords, and you can start using those across the board. And my other favorite tool, my all-time favorite tool, I have my test account right here, is the Google Ads tool. And if you just go to the wrench right here, I'm shocked at how many people don't use this. It is an amazing tool. It is honestly the best tool on the planet for discovering keywords. And so when you hit here to discover keywords, now I'll say personal injury attorney. And I'm going to go a little bit more specific here. Now I could put in just cities, but I want to go into a bigger area. I can't do radiuses right here. So I'm going to say Los Angeles County. And there it is, Los Angeles County, which is not too far from me. And I'm going to get rid of the nation, and I'm going to get it just drilled down right to there. And what I'll do here, which I love about this tool, is that it will start trying to feed you additional information. And something went wrong here. You don't have any keywords. Okay, it didn't take my keyword. Personal. Or you can use the domain here as well, too. And so here it's going to start giving me different keywords. There's 341 different variations. And so what it will do is it does a great job of suggesting additional. So injury attorney. Attorney is going to be really broad. If I'm trying to specialize in there, I'm going to want to stay right in here. Trial lawyer, personal attorney, lawsuit attorney, civil matter attorney, and then personal injury law. So let's say, for example, this here applies, and I'm going to get results, and then I'm going to go to the other one, say, for example, and I can go to injury attorney. But see, I went from 300 to 400 some odd keywords. And right here, it gives you really great detailed information, the average searches, what the costs are, what the bids are. So you can really start now going in and you can start selecting the ones that are your core keywords. You can see how competitive they are, and you can download these and you can keep them inside of your spreadsheet. So a big part of successful keyword research is grouping your keywords. Group those keywords so that they're tight. Let's say, for example, I take these keywords right here and then I open them up in a spreadsheet. When I'm in the spreadsheet and I'm looking through these keywords, say, for example, let's say car, and let's say there's different personal injury, right? There may be workers' comp, there may be, car or auto and stuff. And so let's say I come in here through the search tool and I see that there's 18 different ones with car and say car and auto. I want to keep those in a group. And say, for example, it would be workers' comp. That would be a whole different thing. And so when I am running campaigns, I can have ads and I can have landing pages that talk specifically to those groups. So that's one of the secrets of using your keywords. Get them grouped in a way where you're speaking to an audience. Imagine that you are in a big conference and you're the speaker and say, okay, I'm going to do 8 different talks today. Today, everybody interested in car injury attorneys, we're going to speak here. And then anybody interested in workers' comp, we're going to speak here. And so you're speaking to large crowds, all specific onto the topics that they want to know about. So that's a huge part of your success in keyword usage and keyword research, is grouping those keywords. Grouping your keywords is going to help you get so much better results. It's easier to manage them on a page or in an ad group. And then the grouping of your keywords, it should be done semantically and logically organized, in hierarchy. You can write ad text that applies to those related terms, right? The car injury, and you can expand on it and use images, of all of that. So you're speaking to the audience. You will find that your conversions will be much, much higher when you're grouping like that. And organizing your keyword into small theme segments or ad groups, you will find that you are going to get lower cost per click. You're going to find, if you're running ads, a higher quality score. You're going to get better ad rankings. You're going to have better just overall performance everywhere across the board. So keywords, however, they're used differently in SEO than they are in Google Ads or in YouTube ads. So you really need to be aware of that. A big mistake that I see is when people are running YouTube ads, for example, they're using Google keyword ads. You don't want to do that. You want to get specifically YouTube search words. When you're doing Google ads and you want to do SEO, you want to make sure that you're going for completely different goals here and different objectives. So here's how to use keywords for SEO. You should find less competitive, less expensive, but highly relevant to your business keywords. These are called long tail keywords, and they're a great way to build up your SEO. They're longer threads of the core keywords. But for Google Ads, don't worry about these long tail, cheaper keywords. You focus on the relevance and the intent, right? I need a car accident lawyer. There's not a whole bunch of them. There's only about 10 of them a month in LA County. But that is that is somebody who seriously is looking for a lawyer. That's a solid keyword. And say, for example, it's really expensive at $400 a click. It's expensive because it makes you money. And so you want to make sure that you are selecting those keywords that are just going to make you money when it's Google Ads. You don't have to worry so much about the long or the short and such. And that's what I love about using SEO and using Google Ads together. Do you just want to make sure that that term represents someone actively searching for the exact product or the exact service that you offer? And then you can test those keywords all day long in the Google Ads dashboard. It will quickly give you data that is going to show you which keywords are bringing you the most business and which ones are not. And then you just simply go in and you just start shutting off the ones that are not profitable and focus all your energy on the ones that are very profitable, very productive, and making you money. So SEO, long tail keywords, that's the name of the game. Google Ads, return on investment, profitability, very targeted to people who are looking right now. That's the name of the game, intent. So an example would be, say, if we did automobile accident lawyer, short-term keyword, super competitive, hard to rank for. But best car accident lawyer near me is a longer tail keyword. There's less search, but it's less competitive, it's cheaper, it's easier to rank for. So on your SEO side, these long tail keywords, they allow you to be able to build your momentum rather than trying to go after these keywords that are super dominated by competitors who've had a head start on you. So here's how to use keywords on your website. Use them in the title. Use it on the page 2 to 3 times with your header tags and your meta tags. So if you have images on the website, which I recommend you do, make sure that you embed the keywords into the images. You can use meta tagging in the actual images, and you can use what's called geotagging in the area. So Google and the search engines, they actually crawl that and they show up in the rankings for that if you embed and you tag all of your keywords appropriately on your website. So as your website gains higher and higher domain authority, you can now start going after the better, more competitive short tail keywords in phase 2 of your SEO and phase 3 of your SEO. So that is the way to be able to understand keywords, to be able to use keywords for digital marketing. As you can tell, they are the foundation. And I hope that this information helps you better understand what these keywords are all about and how to use them to your advantage in your digital marketing. And if you've got any questions about keywords, leave them in the comments. I'll send you a response. And if you found this video to be helpful, give it a big thumbs up. Share it. Make sure, though, that you hit the subscribe button so that you can be alerted of future training videos like this one.